Good morning, everyone. The banging you're going to hear in the back is my husband sweeping. So, today is beef and broccoli. I want to show you guys a couple things really quick. So, since we're using soy curls, you want to pick out the nice, big, long soy curls that looks like pieces of meat. You're going to get this stuff in the bottom of your bags every time you buy this. Whether you get it by bulk or whether you buy it in the bags, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get this really small pieces. This is really good for making your chilies, using it as a mince and things. And I've heard you can even make a meatloaf out of it, but I've tried it twice and the meatloaf has never happened yet. This doesn't seem to work for me. Okay, so we're going to reconstitute our... Here's the deal about these. Even though we have to reconstitute them a little bit, we don't want to get these, you know how we usually put them in the liquid and we go up and over the top of it? We're not going to do that for this. We're just going to get these wet. Just that little bit of dampness. See, you can't even see it in there. You're just going to get them a little bit damp and let them kind of reconstitute. You'll see why as we go. And I don't have any sweet chili sauce, and I wouldn't probably use it even if I did because it has sugar in it. So I'm going to make my own, and I'm going to use the brown swerve, which is a sugarless, fine non-keto type thing. I'm going to use my pepper flakes and my chili oil and make my own. And of course, I didn't get a bowl for that. Of course not. I'll be right back. And I know it says on the menu that today's first meal is supposed to be greens and your mushroom medley. If you don't have enough of your mushroom medley left over, or none, like we barely have any, use your leftover chili, whatever leftover stir fry, whatever leftovers you have, it's basically leftover day for your first meal. Okay, so for this, you're going to add your chili oil. And by the way, I did check my chili oil. It has no sugar or anything in it. It has no carbs, no nothing in it. I mean, it seriously has nothing in it. Weird. Well, it has fat in it. Okay, so you can make enough of this that you don't even have to, I mean, you won't have to use it all. Just mix them. You can always save it for later. Put your pepper flakes in. And again, this is kind of like how you would like it. I just add some in there. I don't freak out about how many. With my swerve, just gonna add a couple of, well, actually that may be enough. Because remember these sugars, these substitute sugars, they're a lot sweeter than sugar is. So you don't need a whole lot of it. Oh, see? Nice and thick and kind of pasty looking. All right, there's my chili panes. Because we have to make a special sauce for our beef and broccoli. Missing something. I'll be right back. If you guys will help me remember, I'm going to show you guys how to make the magic cookie today, the rescue cookie. So help me remember that. I had everything laid out to show you guys that yesterday, and it didn't happen. So you're going to have to help me remember. Okay, so when you're slicing your broccoli for beef and broccoli or chicken and broccoli or whatever, make them really thin slices. You want to slice you want to make these tiny. Because you're not going to cook them for very long, and you want them to get a little bit of a cook on them. So just make them nice and thin. Like take a flourette and just keep slicing it until you get little thin strips. Okay, so we got our oh yeah, see this is already getting softer. Look, it's already getting that soft. You do not have to put a lot of liquid in this to do this. Give it a little toss every now and then. I'm gonna use the big pan. I had this weird head of lettuce stuff that they gave us the other day at our free greens thing, and one of them chopped up into like 9 cups of greens. It was like, wow. Okay, so we're gonna get this hot, and I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of oil here. My usual little tap of oil. Just use this to spread it around. I love beef and broccoli. There's just certain things. It's really funny because I've really been working a lot lately on things that we used to love the most. beef and broccoli is one of those things for me. So, and we also like fried rice. You can make fried rice, cauliflower rice with something like this. So easy, guys, to make fried cauliflower rice. If you wanted to have rice with it, we're not going to do that today. We're just going to have the greens with it because we're having an easy day. We are still wanting to be on call in case something happens for the grandkids or in case our kids need our help or something. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Deanna and Norvetta and everybody I can see. So, because we're going to be on call for that, all we're going to do is hang out the house and do yard work and stuff today in case, like I said, they need us. So, all right, let me see. What do we have here? We have our homemade chili sauce or the chili sauce you bought. A little bit of sriracha. I like brownie liquid. I just do. I mean, I don't even know why. Some soy sauce, nutritional yeast, and a couple limes here. Whenever you ever want to know how to make something like this, oh yeah, it is later there, huh? Go online and go to your Google or whatever you do for your information and say, what is in the sauce for beef and broccoli? And it'll give you a list. It won't give you amounts, it'll give you a list. But take the list and then just play with the amounts until you get it to a flavor that you like. You can do that with any kind of recipe, and you can veganize anything. We were just talking about that today because our roommate, who I cook for, told me that she's noticed that for the last couple months, the food's been over the top better, right? And I was like, I wonder what made it over the top. And I told my husband what she said. He goes, yeah. He goes, I can attest to that. I said, really? And it's because I've gotten more into learning what these sauces are and stuff, and then creating my own sauces out of them. Taking foods, you know, like making a cabbage lasagna. And everybody's like, but it tastes great. It tastes great, right? So I just started really playing with more and more and better foods. And what I do, like I'll watch a cooking show that has meat on it, right? And in my mind, I pretend like it's vegan meat because I want to learn about the sauces. I want to learn about the different things that they're combining and stuff. So if you don't watch cooking shows, you might want to try that. Okay, my pan is getting hot. So, okay, I've got some garlic and very thinly sliced onions. Oh yeah, I like that sizzle. Like a lot. You know what? I'm using all my garlic in this. All of it. That's how much I like my garlic. You can have any color onion. I think I'm thinking it said white, but I ended up slicing a red one, so that's what I'm having. So one of the things I really want you guys to concentrate on the last couple of days in boot camp is really making these foods your own. Making these foods things that you and your family like. Fitting them into your lifestyle. Because again, if you cannot make this work for your lifestyle and make it become a permanent part of your lifestyle and be able to feed these things to your family and stuff too, it's not going to work. But it will work perfectly if you can do that. You know, there's still times that my husband eats other things that I don't eat. There's times that we'll have something and he'll have one thing and I'll have another. That's going to happen. But that's okay because that happened when we ate regular food. We didn't all like everything the same. So that's just part of life, right? All right, you can go ahead and put a few of these in there. The reason I wasn't worried about getting them overly damp is because we're going to be putting liquids in them. So they're going to get damp anyway. And you don't want these to get mushy. You want these to have a bite to them. It's not hot yet, in case you're wondering. I mean, it's a little hot, but not hot. Okay, let that cook down a little bit. You can take these, the really long ones, like look at this. Pull into pieces. Okay. So let it cook a little bit. Does anybody have any questions this morning? We are getting down to our last couple days, so even though we're going to leave this room open for a week, because I don't want to take all the videos away, because I know some of you are behind others, and I want to give you guys a chance to catch up with the videos. And I'm going to be in the group with you. I'm going to be coming in because I was going through recipes and stuff last time, things. I want to show you guys how to do the tofu salmon, the ice cream. The cookie's going to be today, hopefully. And I had about 4 or 5 other things. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had the honey walnut shrimp. Oh my God, I used to love that back in the day, right? I've got a killer recipe, a vegan recipe for that is amazing. So I want to show you guys how to do that. There were several things. Anyway, so I've got a whole list of things that I want to show you guys in your little extra week. The cookie place. Yes, Karen, remind me. Keep me on my toes today because I had everything laid out over there to show you how to do the cookie yesterday and totally spaced it. And I will admit I had a lot on my mind from grandson and stuff, but is there a way to save the videos? Well, here's what I'm thinking of. Not really. I mean, yes, you can download them to your own computers. If you have computers, you can save them that way. So what I'm thinking about doing is leaving this room open for you guys so that you guys will have access to these videos. I'm not going to do that for every group. I'm thinking about leaving this group just for you guys. And then I'm going to open another group that will be for our in and out boot camp. Like 3 or 4 of you guys have agreed to be moderators for me in the big group and to help me in the boot camps and stuff. I love you guys for this so much. And I really think that helping me with the future boot camps is going to help you guys because it's going to keep you on your toes. It's going to keep you. So this could be like our little, this boot camp room could be like our little room where we could go to discuss things that we're trying to do in the other boot camp or recipes we want to show. Because if you guys are helping me in the boot camp and you're like, you know what, this was a really good recipe and we all really enjoyed this, make sure you do that one. Or nobody really liked that one, don't do that one. Feel free to tell me that. You know, I mean, so I'm going to be kind of dependent on you guys to help me figure this out too. So, do you guys like this angle better? My stand is in my sink, but I figured it gave you more of an angle of the food, kind of. At least that's what I'm hoping. All right. Give a little splash of this. It's funny how just garlic and onions can smell so good, right? It's like crazy. All right, let's toss the broccoli in. It's a good thing I decided to use the big pan. But again, I'm cooking for 3. Now you are going to be putting a lid on this a little bit here because you want to get this stuff cooked a little bit. I'm going to stick the lid on this. I don't have a lid that fits this big pan. So sad. So I'm going to stick the lid on that. Or I should have had a lid for it, but it didn't come and I didn't realize that. So. Oh, this is a better angle? Oh, yay. Okay, good. Good to know. It's going to be even. Okay, so you guys know I ordered an island, right? A bird just hit my window. Are you all right, dude? Be careful. That was weird. Okay, so I ordered an island. We got the island. My husband took all the parts out and he's checking them to make sure we got everything. No, we did not get everything. There's 4 parts missing. So we had to call the company to get the parts or send it back. But they promised us the parts would be here in a week. So we'll see. Hopefully for the next boot camp. Got the tripod out. We got all the camera equipment out. Hopefully things are going to be set up to where it will be able to be seen this easily. So we're going to see. Okay, the whole reason that we're using this lid is because we want to just kind of lightly steam the broccoli. I'm going to put probably the rest of this broth in here. Okay. I'm one of those people that if I open a container of broth, I'm going to use that whole container within a certain amount of time. Because I don't like things like that to go bad. So, not that they do. I think they last a reasonable amount of time. I don't know. My stuff, people are always asking me how long will that last in the fridge. I don't know. I use my shit. I don't know. I use my stuff. What can I say? I think I'm going to put a little bit more oil in this because it got really thick. And so, after you take out whatever you're going to use this, just put a lid on this and stick it in the refrigerator. You can use this for all kinds of stuff. It's yummy. Did you guys know that they're supposed to be quitting making sriracha? My husband loves this. And it's in a lot of Asian dishes. And you can make spicy mayonnaise out of it and all kinds of stuff. So he's kind of upset. But I had already stocked him up on a few bottles. So, oh, and this is the... Have I showed you guys the honey? The honey substitute? Really good stuff. It's funny that there's so many things that I want to tell you guys. I think of all these things I'm going to tell you, then I totally space out and forget them. Okay, so one of the reasons I don't write notes for myself and stuff is because I can't really write that good. I was right-handed, and I had my stroke took out my right side, and I'm just grateful that I can do things at all, but I can't feel my fingertips and stuff, and it's really hard for me to write with a pencil, so I have to give myself notes on the phone, but I'm filming on my phone, so I can't look at my notes, right? So it's kind of like, Let me show you guys a couple other little things real quick. So this was that funky lettuce over there, right? Anything that has a root system on it can be rerouted and start growing again. So with the economy and the groceries the way they are right now, make sure that you're growing as much of your own stuff as you can and using everything as much as you can. A lot of people throw those little ends, the green onions, away. Don't throw those away. Regrow your onion stalks. Yes, substitute honey. It's called, you can get this from Amazon, sugar-free, low-calorie honey substitute nature's hollow. This is like a keto vegan honey, okay? It's amazing. But it's a honey substitute. But it's just like, look how thick it is. It's just like a honey. Now, they also have one that's made out of apples that I've actually made. You can get the recipe online. Google it. Google recipe for apple honey. It's amazing. I made it like last summer. It's like, oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, that lasted for a while too. It was really good stuff. So, and it's not hard to make because all you do is cook the apples down and then you strain them and get like a juice. And then what did I do with the juice? Oh, then I just added my sugars, whatever kind of sugars you're going to use. And yeah, and you make an apple honey out of it. And this one here, I don't think is made out of apples. Oh, good God. Oh, wait, I might be wrong. Well, it's made out of apple pectin. So. Okay. Ew, perfect. Now, you don't want to do that. You don't want to steam this too long because you don't want your broccoli to get like that faded, yucky, overcooked look. You want it to be nice and crisp and green. So we're going to add our soy sauce. We're going to add some of our chili sauce we just made. A little bit of brownie liquid. Never ever just dump your brownie liquid in because it comes out so fast. Just dump a little bit in. Trust me on that one. And you know, it's going to be up to you how much spice you like. So a little bit of sriracha or a lot. Add a little bit of spice to start with. This is nutritional yeast. Add a little bit of spices to start with. You can always add more. You don't have to have the honey, guys, but if you got some, why not use it, right? Ooh, this smells so good. Sometimes it is so hard to wait for dinner for this stuff, but it's always good. We're going to be working hard out in the yard today, so this is going to be yummy later. I feel like I need a little bit more soy sauce. Actually, I think I need a little water. Isn't this handy? I love it. Okay, so you notice I didn't put any salt or anything here because when I'm using soy salt or miso or anything like that, I don't add extra salt. Those things are salty. And lime juice. Did you know that there's lime juice in this sauce? Yeah, I googled it. There's lime juice in it. So we're going to put some lime juice in here. Since limes are so little, like I've got a couple of them here. Oh, that totally changed the smell of it even. Wow. That's nice. You guys, this is so good. So good. Isn't that beautiful? And guess what? It's basically done. All I have to do is heat it up later, give it a good couple tosses and stuff. It's done. It's cooked. I just made beef and broccoli in what, 10 minutes? 15? Yeah, it looks and it smells amazing. And these are pretty simple pretty simple ingredients. I mean, if you don't have a sugar like this, I like this brown sugar, but if you don't have something like this, then use what you've got. You could use stevia in this, you could use allulose in this, you could use any of the erythritols or xylitols or any of that. One of those is really dangerous for dogs. I don't remember which one, but we don't have dogs. I think almost everybody has some type of a hot sauce in your house. It doesn't have to be sriracha. You could use probably Tabasco if you had it. But I'm sure any kind of hot sauce would work for this. You do not have to use browning liquid and stuff. I like browning liquid and stuff. That's just my personal preference. Chili oil, easy to get. You can get it at any store. This does have to be, as far as I know, gotten from Amazon. Chili flakes, again, you can get those anywhere. Nutritional yeast. That's in all the stores nowadays. Limes. This was not a hard thing to make. Oh, yay. I'm so glad that you guys like the food. And all we're going to serve that with, like I said later, is some greens. But I also do have some of the cauliflower mash left. Let's take a look. Let me see what I got left in here. Oh, geez. We've got chili, cauliflower mash. We've got a little bit of stir fry left. Yeah, I've got plenty of food to add to this if we need more. Because we're working out in the yard. We may be extra hungry today. So does anybody else have any questions or anything for today? Today was an easy day. And what is tomorrow? Ooh, stuffed portobellos. I hope you guys like the portobello stuff. I love stuffed portobellos. So we're going to have stuffed portobellos for tomorrow. And then my very favorite, the 7-layer salad. Oh, the cookie. Karen, see? That's why I need people to remind me of things. Hold on. Let's do the cookie. Let's do this cookie. Hang on. I see some lights on. Hold on. Thank you, Karen. Karen just... you guys better be thanking Karen for this. Okay. All right. So I can't get this down no lower. I'm going to have to show you as I go. So the first thing you need is your almond flour. And we're going to measure everything. So with a tablespoon, we're going to get 3 tablespoons of the almond flour. And I mean, I don't care if it's exactly even, but as even as you can get it. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of almond flour. This is really simple and it has a few ingredients. The name of the honey one more time. Okay, let me get the cookie done first, okay? And then just hold me to it. I'll remember, hopefully. One teaspoon. Okay, so it was 3 tablespoons of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of coconut flour. And with this one, I am a little more careful and I do kind of flatten it out. And just any kind of coconut flour, it doesn't matter what it is. Okay, give that a quick little mix. Mix it up. This is so fast, and I'm telling you, it's a rescue cookie, and you'll find out. If you ever make it, you're going to find out why. And yes, it only makes 1 cookie, and I tried to make a batch of them one time. It does not work. It does not work. They will literally melt and go flat. I don't know why. Okay, now, you have your choice of sweeteners. For when I'm making a cookie for myself, I'll put like a tap of stevia in there, and that's my cookie. For my husband, I use the allulose sweetener, and you can use like a teaspoon or 2 of that. 1's plenty. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of allulose. I really like this allulose. If you guys Google and look up some information on it, you're going to find out that it's like the big thing right now, and I really like it. You have to kind of get used to it because it's not as sweet as a lot of the other sweeteners, but I think it works great. Okay, so got that all mixed up. We're almost done. We've only got a couple more ingredients. Remember our little chips we talked about? Okay, so you're going to get out about, I don't know, what is that? Maybe 1/3 of a serving. So like I said, no carbs, no nothing. You could put more. You could put all 60 of the chips in there if you want to. I just find it's a little too many chips for me. Okay? Here. All right. So using your 1/2 of a tablespoon. I know you guys are like, what is she getting? What is she getting? Hold on. You're going to get some vegan butter, vegan margarine, whatever you got. And trust me, I've tried coconut oil. I've tried tahini, which actually worked, but it tasted really weird. I've tried everything. The only thing that seems to work for me is the butter. So if you can find something that works better, great, do that. This is what works. Okay, so you have to kind of, let me just show you how I do it. I pick it up. Okay, see the butter's in there? And you're gonna start smashing the butter into the cookie stuff. The name of the, because you want to get it, you know how like when you're doing a pie crust and you get it all crumbly? That's what I'm trying to do, get this all crumbly. If you don't have enough butter, you'll know it. It won't crumble to get it. Because eventually it's going to go from crumbly to, it's going to stick together and it's going to make a, not a ball, but just a lump. Okay, see how it's starting to come together? See how it's crumbly and it's starting to come together? Keep bringing it together. I tried to do this one day with a fork so that I could do it pretty, you know, make it look like I was being real pretty while I did it, but okay, see how it's starting to come together? Okay. Get you a little tiny piece of cut, not wax paper, what's the other one? Parchment paper. Okay. It's almost like making biscuits in a way. Okay, here's my cookie face. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, so you're going to put it on a piece of parchment paper. You're going to shape it in the shape you want. It can be a long cookie. It can be a round cookie. It can be whatever size cookie you want. You're not going to flatten it too much. I have a whole bunch of these sheets already cut and everything for these cookies. Because now my husband likes them too. He didn't like them in the beginning, but he likes them now. Okay, so just make your cookie whatever shape you want it. In the microwave. In my microwave, because it's 1200 degrees, I mean it's really hot, it goes 30 seconds. 30 seconds. In 30 seconds you're going to have a cookie. If you have a microwave that's lower heat, it might take 45 seconds, it might take 60, but it should never take over 60. But if you're not careful, you got to get everything mixed in, because if you're not careful, it'll have a little burn spot in it, which I like. I'm one of those weird people that like that. Almost done. Almost have a cookie, guys. I've lost weight on this boot camp, guys. Thanks. I'm loving it. I was putting on my clothes today going, woo! Here we go. Hot. Here's your rescue cookie. And you let it sit for just a couple minutes while I go get her the honey to show her. Let that sit, and then I'm going to show you guys. You can just pick it up and eat it. Okay, this is Nature's Hollow. Honey Substitute by Nature's Hollow. Has a little sunshine guide there. Okay, and it says right on it, this is a honey substitute, sugar-free, low-calorie, blah, blah, blah. Perfect for what we're doing. Pretty cool, right? All right. There's my cookie. There's the bottom. There's the top. Which, of course, I'm not going to eat right now, but I will definitely have it later. So, hopefully, that helps you guys. That's the rescue cookie. I call it the 1-minute rescue cookie because the first time I ever made it, it took me a minute to get everything together and stuff. Now, I have all that stuff in one place together. It takes seconds. All right, guys. I'm so glad that you reminded me, Karen. Thank you. Cookie in big letters, even. Okay, so I showed you the honey. I showed you that. Showed you everything else. All right, I guess we're good for the day. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you guys like it. We love them. So, all right, I'm going to go out, and the sun is shining today, and we don't get sun here very much, and I want as much of it as I can get on my body. I want it on my skin. I want the vitamin D, and we want to get yard work done. So, love you guys. See you later. Oh, I will be doing a video today. See you soon. Bye.